Hello and welcome to another episode of the DTF podcast here on the Field of 68 Media Network. My name is Rob Dosser. I have John Fanta with me. I have Terrence Oglesby with me. Oglesby with me, and we have a lot to get to, fellas. Feast week is over. UConn is terrible. Purdue looks like they're going to be as good as they're normally going to be. The Big East is bad. Louisville woke back up. Indiana stinks. There's a lot that we're going to have to talk to, but I think where we need to start with this, Fanta, Oregon not only is the real deal, they are now $1.5 million richer after winning the Players Era Festival. I still don't understand how that bracket shook out, but Oregon won it. They won themselves $1.5 million, and we have the first ever NIL MTE in the history of college basketball.
Dana Altman had to be chuckling to himself in the last seconds or once it had gone final, thinking, if all it took was for my team to be great in November was $1.5 million, I would have figured this out a long time ago. Because look, Oregon's been a team that has done some damage in March, and it's been a team that's come up late. Remember, they stole a bid. You know, they've last year they should have beaten Creighton a couple of times, but lost the game and would have been a second weekend team in the NCAA tournament. And what they just did this past week, really, really impressive basketball. Keyshawn Barthelemy has taken a big leap for this program and his ability to score and his ability to make things happen. TJ Bamba, steady veteran guy, not a perfect player, but Brandon Angel, that same type of guy. They have really good options on the perimeter that get them buckets. They hang in on the glass. Dana does this team's good enough on the defensive end of the floor. But for them, on the offensive end, just impressed. I mean, you look at what they did against Texas A&M, San Diego State, and Alabama, T.O. They scored 80, 78 against the Aztecs, who had a great week. And shout out to Brian Dutcher, because that team now is a top 25 team. And then Alabama, they score 83. But you score. I always look at like what you do against an elite defensive team. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter who they're playing right now, Terrence. The Oregon Ducks are here to stay. They're here to contend for a Big Ten title. And because they can count on different guys through the course of the game, Barthelemy comes in off the bench for this team. They've got a nice blend of options, and the Oregon Ducks are a top 10 team right now, today in college basketball, and deservedly so.
Yep, no argument there on anything. The guy that really stood out to me, Nate Biddle, was just what a week he had. And the thing was they were so worried about him in the games that I did see, like they were throwing two guys at him, and he was getting that ball out quickly, or he was able to score. They've got one of the better point guards in the country that we don't talk about enough, and Jackson Shellstad. That feels like a lot to say. And then Nate Biddle, I was just so impressed by how he kind of managed the game. Didn't shoot it well against Alabama. That's all well and good, but just his ability to go inside and out and really pass out at double teams. I thought he was special. But you're right, Fanta. Like TJ Bamba, he can have big games. You look around their roster, Barthelemy can have big games. Supreme Cook can wake up and have 10 to 15 points on a given night. Like Oregon's good. I'd hate to admit that I think that was a Final Four pick for most of us, for guys outside the top 25 coming into the season. When I say top 25, I'm referring to the field of 68. Top 25, the only legitimate top 25 there is.
Exactly.
So I feel good about that pick, man. They've got talent. We know that he can coach, and it's just a matter of, I think too, and this is kind of on down the road, what they're going to be able to do in the Big Ten, because it's a little bit of a curveball. Speedy point guard, guys around the perimeter, a passing big that's really skilled. Like, I think that they're going to do some damage in the Big Ten. Damage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the balance. It's the they have front courts that make it difficult for you to guard, because their 4 and their 5 are going to both step out and make threes with Nate Biddle and Brandon Angel. We still haven't seen the best of Jackson Shellstad this season. Like, he's been fine. Everyone kind of thought he was going to take a big step forward this year, and he's just kind of been the guy that's kind of leading the caravan, right? Kind of leading the parade. So